All right, man, I don't like typing back and forth with text, so I'm just gonna record this video, give you my feedback, and I'm just gonna let it go, okay? Um, so I got my rifle here. It's got the Blackbeard set up, so obviously there's no live rounds. For a home defense engagement, there is no scenario in which a home defense long gun with a sling is more of a liability than one without a sling. Because every scenario that you're talking about where somebody gets their hand on your rifle is made exponentially more dangerous when you don't have a sling retaining that rifle to your body. This is a basic, fundamental understanding of close quarters combatives that has been established and reconfirmed every single conflict we've ever had in the last generation. Anywhere where there's close quarters combat, a sling is a lifesaver, not a liability. We learned this back in the day when I was in the Marines and we were clearing buildings with big 20-inch M16A4s, full 20-inch barreled M16A4s, big Herkin motherfuckers with 203s on the end, clearing buildings. Those rifles, they got grabbed from time to time. Sometimes you pushed a room, there was a guy around the corner, he grabbed your rifle. Every single one of those engagements would be far, far more dangerous if that rifle wasn't slung to that Marine. Because when you have it slung to your body, if somebody grabs it, you can let it go. You can let that rifle go. If someone's in front of me and grabs this rifle, I can let it go and I can start swinging. Gouge him in the eye, punch him in the face, throw an elbow in the chin, chop him in the throat, kick him in the balls, grab him by the dick, twist off his titties, whatever it takes. You have that option when you have a sling on your rifle. Because they will be focusing on the gun and you can be focused on them. You don't have to try and figure out, is he gonna shoot me? Because he can't even get the muzzle of a barrel onto my body. It's basic. It's difficult for me to comprehend how somebody in the 21st century doesn't understand that. And I would venture a guess, a very strong educated guess, that even modern Russian tactics don't incorporate throwing your rifle at the person who's trying to kill you in order to try and fight them for it afterward. Home defense is not combat the way that military and law enforcement room clearing is combat. So you're not going to be transitioning to a pistol. You're not going to have a second firearm. Nobody has second firearms on them in a home defense situation. Typically, they're done in the middle of the night. You hear something bad, you grab whatever the closest gun is, and you go address what's going on. You're not taking time to kit up. You're not going to have a holster on you. You're going to be in your PJs. You might be naked, but you're definitely not going to have a holster on you to put a handgun in. So this is what you have. This is it. That's it. And a sling keeps it yours. Your rifle should always be yours, and you should never give anyone the option to make it theirs. Now, I understand that you're trying to build a business as an instructor, and this kind of negative publicity could be a real pain in the butt. I get it, and I'm gonna come out. I apologize for calling you a fucking moron. That was probably a bit too far. I shouldn't have done that. But when you're putting out these kinds of things that can get homeowners killed, it makes people in this community really, really upset, really, really anxious. So the reaction was pretty quick and swift and severe. Now, in this video, I'm trying to get through to you. I'm trying to help you to understand why you should not be instructing your students or your followers to not have a sling on their defensive firearm, because it's going to put people's lives at risk. It's going to allow criminals easier access to firearms that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. And I'm not okay with that. And all these other people that you've been talking to, they're not okay with it either. So I would strongly recommend that you critically evaluate the, uh, the TTPs that you're instructing in your classes and the content that you're putting out to the public, because some of it is pretty unsat. And if you really are serious about building yourself as an instructor, building your business as an instructor, I would strongly recommend that you expand the scope of the training that you have as a student so that the instruction that you give as an instructor is better. Um, I don't know what else really to say. It's pretty basic. So take this advice. Stop telling people not to run slings on their home defense guns. If you've already taken some force on force, I would recommend not going there again, finding someone else, somebody reputable. You're on the west side of the state, so you've got Bear Solutions, you've got Bill Blowers at Tap Rack Tactical, and then you could come out. I live on the east side of Washington, over by the Idaho border. There's Vertac. They do really good courses out here. They teach all the home defense stuff. They teach close quarters stuff. They teach manipulation and safety, all those things. Highly recommend that you add those to your training resume, because, man, telling people not to have slings on their rifles is dangerous. That's the long and short of it. I don't care what kind of foreign country training aspects you've added to your repertoire, but this ain't it. This is not it, man. So this is just food for thought. Again, I apologize for coming on hot with the name calling. That was over the line. But please, please, please expand your scope of understanding. Learn so that you can teach, okay? Learn so that you can teach. Good luck, man.